Hello, my name is Hua and welcome to my channel Hua Garden. I garden in the beautiful province of Nova Scotia in zone 5/6 on 12,000 square feet. 5 to 6,000 of that area will be devoted to my new cut flower farm. This is my first year as a cut flower farm and I will be profitable. My sales will be from May to September. To achieve this, I have to be able to track when the flowers will be blooming and ready for harvest. So I created a spreadsheet that will track from May to September when the plants will be blooming and it's when it's be ready for harvest and the foliage that is available. Let me show you how I do this. So I'm gonna just go through the whole entire spreadsheet. Each tab is a separate month. So I got May, June, July, August, and September. September, we'll go to it together so you can see how I created the spreadsheet. So let's go back to the month of May. At the very top, I have 8th Jan 24 is the date I created the spreadsheet. So I will know historically that I started at 8th of Jan. And the second row is today's current date, and it'll be the date that I last modified the spreadsheet. So this spreadsheet is dynamic. So as I go throughout the months, even the next 4 or 5 months before May even comes around, this will change a lot because I will do more research and be more specific exactly when everything blooms and when it's going to be off. And then I'll have more flowers I will add. And if some of my seeds don't work, then I'm not going to have that plant. And I might have to order plugs to replace them. So it will change, but this is what I'm predicting for now, and it is still being worked on. It's not complete. I don't have all my plants in there. So in the fourth row, I have the dates. So I'm expecting to start on May 6th because my first day of selling flowers, I am getting ready for Mother's Day. It is very ambitious because I do not have very many varieties of flowers available. I just have daffodils and a bunch of different colors of tulips, not specialty tulips, just the basic tulips, because my plan is to leave the tulips in the ground, not pull up the bulb for the long stem. I'll just have short stems, medium stems, but I can make them into bouquets or put them in jars. And in that way, I don't have to reinvest in tulips every single year from the beginning. I would just keep adding into it and replacing ones that are no longer viable. Dates are color-coded is because I have a farmer's market on Saturdays. So that means every single week I need to get flowers for this week, and Mother's Day is actually 2-day sale, so it happens to be on a Saturday, and then Mother's Day is always on a Sunday. So for Saturday I will be selling flowers at the farmer's market, and I need flowers for Mother's Day for pre-orders. I'm going to sell on Facebook, roadside, or my business page, depending on how much I have. Maybe I'll sell everything on Saturday and won't have anything for Sunday. So the reason I have so many different colors here is because these are the blooms of the flowers. So I will know what my color palette is for any given day and week for the flowers so I can design accordingly. So I know what flowers are available, what's second focal is available, any fillers I have, and foliage. And these are the predicted dates for everything. And how I got these dates is, in the past, I've taken photos of my flowers, and on my camera roll, they're dated. And I could see that the flower was in bloom at that time. And also on my Instagram, Hua Garden, I took specific photos because I needed to know when everything was blooming. So I know on May 4th, 2021, these tulips, they're always the ones that bloom first. So I know May 4th, I will definitely have tulips. And these in the last 2 years have divided. So there might be 10, hopefully for 10. If I scroll further up the feed, I have this photo and this says May 30th. So I definitely know I have tulips all the way up to May 30th, and you can see that some are not even open. So if I put it in the fridge or a cooler, I may be able to extend it for another week. So let's go back to the Excel spreadsheet. So this is for the month of May. This is what I'm predicting I'm going to have. Here, I'm expecting to have red peonies. So that's another flower I can add to the bouquet. And also, I gotta use it for foliage. At the bottom here, I've calculated how many bouquets I am expecting to make for each day sales. So for pre-Mother's Day, 10 bouquets. On Mother's Day, 10 bouquets, 4 jars. And the following weekend, I got 5 and 2, 5 and 2. And these numbers are just predictions. And I'm hoping I'll have more than this. But I'm just being a little bit conservative. These are my price points for this year. $10 bouquets, 15, 20, and 8. I have formulas embedded in here that is referenced to this. So if I change this to 12, my sales is 39. So if I made 10, if I can increase my production for 10, I could increase my sales. Let's change it back to what I originally had. So my profit is better than what I thought. Had I done this manually, I would have gotten that number, but then I wouldn't be able to do these variables. So this is the correct formula now. So originally my prediction was only 3 something. So actually my sales is going to be predicted to be 546, and I only spent $70. So that's $470 profit. Because the only cost here was my buying the new tulips and daffodils. So for the month of June, I have 1 tulip that's going to carry over, and it's that darker purple. And the last date was timestamped 4th June, so I expect to have that. And if I put in the cooler, I might have it for a little bit longer. My marigolds are italicized in brown letter because when I look at it, I will know that it is an annual, because all of the flowers I'm counting right now are perennials, because that's what's existing in my perennial bed planted over for the last 12 years. And these are all the colors I have. So the beginning of the month is going to be super, super lean. I only have tulips, marigold, and the light purple scabiosa for sale, but I only have 1 scabiosa plant. So I'm not going to be able to provide flowers for both markets. So looking at this, by pre-planning, I could see that I need flowers for the beginning of June. So that's why I'm going to be winter sowing some of my annuals and perennials, because they'll have a head start, and I'll be able to put them in the ground beginning of May, and maybe in 4 weeks I will have flowers, and I will also be sowing indoors to get ready for this lean beginning of the month. But later mid-month, that's when all the flowers are going to start blooming, and I have lupins, I have many types of irises, but some of them I only have 1 of each. So it's not like I have a lot, but it's enough to do 2 markets. I like to sell in the month of June 25 bouquets per week. So that is my goal. I have absolutely no shortage of foliage. I have tons and tons of bushes, like well-established bushes that some have been there for 30, 40 years, way before I moved here. And I've kept them alive, and now it's paying off because I did not know that one day I was going to have a cut flower farm. Let's go to the month of July. July is still a work in progress. I have not inserted in the dates for the farmers markets. There's still a lot of plants that I have not put in here because I still have lots of garden tags that I have to go through. And during COVID 2020, got to work at home, and I actually got to observe when my flowers went in bloom. So I recorded it that year. So I have 2020 and part of 2021. I stopped recording because it was basically the repeat of 2020. And I got exact dates of when everything's blooming, and I have yet to insert the information here. But I have absolutely no shortage of flowers for July, and I expect I will not have a problem making 25 bouquets minimum. So I think July and August will be my biggest sales. So August, that's when everything is gonna be available. I have marigolds, all my rudbeckias, I've hydrangea, roses, Shasta daisies, and the dahlias are gonna be in bloom here. So this one is not quite complete. September, it is blank, and I'm going to show you how I do this. So I'm just going to highlight the whole entire spreadsheet, copy it, and I will paste it to here. And then I will change this to first September 24. And then the dates will automatically It's only 30 days in September. And so coming here, I know that in September I will have marigolds, all my rudbeckia. I will know exactly all the different varieties I will have as they grow, because I have lots of varieties and I did not label them. I will definitely have sunflowers. All the hydrangeas will still be there, roses too, and dahlia. But by the end of this month, things are going to start petering off. And I did not have sunflowers by the end of September. So I will change that up. So this is what I will have available for the month of September. The roses aren't very big. Hydrangeas, I'm not going to be able to use a lot of. So I will just have rudbeckia, and I will also have goldstrum rudbeckia. And I planted a lot. I think I have about 20 or 30 plants planted. It's okay to have too much yellow and orange because it is September and people want fall colors. The goldenrod is going to be done. And all my foliage will still be the same, and all this will be available even into October. But I shall see if I will be selling flowers in October, because it just depends when I get a frost. If I get a frost, all the dahlias are gone. The goldstrum, if it's just a light one, it'll be okay. The marigolds and dahlias will be gone. And in other words, I will not have very much left. And my focals, I will not have any of these. So I will have no second focals. And this is where the annuals are going to come in. So I will have yarrow that I'll be ordering, chamomile, and some other things. So now you can see that just by predicting and forecasting what will be blooming in your garden, you should see the shortfalls. And then now's the right time. It's only January, and you can order seeds to fill the shortfalls, to fill in missing color palettes here. Maybe in this here, people still want cream colors, pinks. So that is it for the spreadsheet. I hope you learned a little bit, and for some of you it might be a little bit fast because if you don't have experience in Excel, it is a little bit overwhelming, but once you get started, you'll be amazed how easy it is to see everything. You can see things overlap, what you're going to have available to pick, as long as the crops are not devastated by weather, disease, pests. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just write it down in the comments. And if you want to have a tutorial, like a beginner's tutorial, how I built this, going step by step, talk about what are columns, what are rows, what's text, what's a number, how to make formulas, where all the colors are, how did I shade in the cells, what is a cell, please write in the comments, and if there's enough interest, I will make a video on how to build this spreadsheet from the beginning, a beginner's guide. If you wish to have a copy of this spreadsheet, I have a link to buy me a coffee, and if you buy me a coffee, and send me your email, I will email this spreadsheet to you. And if there's an update to the spreadsheet, and once I'm done, I will send you the updated version also. Thanks for watching. Back into the garden we go.